Alright, what's going on guys? PercyTCG here. I have a quick announcement I want to make. We're creeping up on 500 subscribers. As of recording this, we're at 261. So, with that being said, I want to give back to the community. I want to hand out a blue starter deck. I believe by that time, we should be able to hit 500 subscribers. To enter, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. And make sure you leave a comment down on this video. You have to comment on the video. If you do not comment on the video, it will not enter you into the giveaway. Alright, what's going on guys? PercyTCG here, and today we're going to be talking about something that's a little controversial in the community right now. And that's a ban list. Some people say it's warranted, some people are saying that others are just coping and they don't know how to play the game. And then some people just don't know what they think. They don't know, you know. Me personally, I don't think a ban list is needed. Just coming right off the top, I don't really think a ban list is very necessary. People are making the argument that Netherworld Depths needs to be banned, right? Which, I mean, it makes sense. You know, anytime anything's exhausted or any of your opponent's spirits are exhausted, you just draw a card. Not restricted to a phase, not restricted to a turn. It's just literally anytime something's exhausted, it just you draw a card. So let's try to break this down a little bit, get into a little bit of depth on my reasoning to why I don't think this should be banned, okay? So, you obviously, Netherworld Depths, if it gets on the field and you're playing against it and it stays on the board for at least 2 turns, it's very hard to come back from. It's such a impactful card. Basically, you want to just get it off as soon as you see it. As soon as it comes out, boom, it's gone. You got to get rid of it the next turn. So, what kind of things counter this Nexus, right? So obviously it's the 6 cost, 3 reduction. All right. This isn't really what people are, you know, being controversial about. It's this effect right here. This is just curse with some extra steps. So we have a Dream Bomb. So a 5-cost card, when you lose a life, you return a Nexus. So it's kind of, you know, a little situational. It's when you lose a life, it'll be returned. Honestly, you're winning in that situation because it's a 5-cost compared to their 6 cost, unless they get the reductions, right? It would be a 3-cost, and if you have the Dream Bomb, it's a 5-cost. Unless you're playing white, it's 3-cost. I think people are trying a little too hard to try to outplay the Nexus, if that makes sense. Because obviously, okay, when you see a Netherworld Depths, you really got to count your attacks. You really can't just unga bunga, I'm going to swing every single dude. Maybe 1 attack at most. Like, I wouldn't do more than 1 attack if they have the Depths on board. Simply because you don't want them to go into their turn with those extra cards in hand. Now, blocking is a different story because the only thing that would really be detrimental to you is if they drew into a flash Deadly Balance or something like that. You know, so we have Dream Bomb as a counter. Also Burning Force, another 5-cost that just destroys the Nexus. Again, a 6-cost versus a 5-cost card. Obviously 5, they're usually playing the Depths early in the game, so if you have this in hand, you're wasting a turn. But that's fine because they wasted their turn playing a Depths too. You know what I mean? They play the Depths for 6 cost. They have no more cores. I guarantee they have no more cores to work with after they play the Depths, okay? Burning Force. Okay, 5 costs. Okay, your turn's gone. Basically, like, that sequence didn't even exist. Basically what it is. Okay? Then you have this one. This is one that's very interesting and caught my eye a lot. Forest of Steel Leaves. If you have a burst card set, your white Nexus cannot be destroyed by the effects of your opponent with red spirits or magic. That's whatever. Who gives a fuck about that? Okay? Only one core is needed. When one of your spirits is destroyed by your opponent, select one of their Nexuses and return it to their hand. Like, why aren't people running this instead of Burning Force or Dream Bombs? It's a 4-cost Nexus that constantly gives you the bounce on a Nexus. So it makes the purple player think, okay, do I want to swing here? Or is it going to destroy one of his spirits and it's going to bounce my Netherworld Depths? Okay? That's the thing. I think this is something people should be running more of instead of like the Dream Bombs. I don't think this is a replacement for Burning Force because Burning Force is simply a removal of Nexus compared to Dream Bomb, which is just a bounce. So yeah, I want to see more of this played before people start jumping to the conclusion that Depths is broken. Because even being reduced by 3 depths, dropping 3 cores on a depths, even mid-game, doesn't feel good. But like most times, if you're playing purple, you want to get the Netherworld depths down as early as possible. Like if you see a mid-game, if you're in the position to play it, you play it. If you're late game, you're not playing depths. I'm sorry. Like you already know you're not going to get the value out of it because you're late game. The game's about to end. Like maybe it could give a comeback, maybe, but if you're already winning, you're not playing depths on the board late in the game. So yeah, I like this option a lot. Next we have Axe Biter, a very, very, very controversial card. All right. Also, another thing before we get into Axe Biter, for Netherworld Depths, if they place a Netherworld Depths and they swing in and you're at like 5 life, right? And you have an Ice Shield placed, just crack the Ice Shield. Because it's just... You don't want to give them the opportunity to make you decide on exhausting. The more opportunities of decision that they give you is the more opportunity you have to mess up, if that makes sense. And in this game, it's mostly your mess ups that are going to cause you to lose than you making a good decision. So yeah, suppression also. Give them 1 draw and then you just suppression on the spirit. It's honestly there's a handful of counterplay to Netherworld Depths, and people are just acting like this card is the absolute most. As soon as you see it, it's a win con. Like no, it's now if you can't remove it, it's going to be a bit of a problem. But then you just have to tread lightly, you know? You have to watch what you're doing. So now we're talking about the other controversial card, Axe Biter. I will have said this since the card came out. The card is not broken. The card is solid. It is a body that is undestroyable. Okay? You can swing around it. Green. Literally anything green targets this guy. So we have a lot of other counters, like yellow has a counter to it. It's not the most practical thing in the world, but it's still a thing. So you have Exhaust Nexus. You double Exhaust Nexus, Axe Biter's gone. Okay, it's not the most practical use or the most practical way of getting rid of the Axe Biter, but it is a way of getting rid of Axe Biter. Next we have the Dream Bomb. Just like for Netherworld Depths, Dream Bomb can get rid of Axe Biter. He does not have armor white, and he can be bounced to hand. Like I said, he just can't be destroyed. You can bounce him back to the top of the deck. You can bounce him back to the hand. You can bounce him to the bottom of the deck. It's like he just can't be destroyed. Just can't be destroyed. Like that's all it is. I say that like it's not a big deal. Not being indestructible obviously is pretty good. But people are acting like this card is such like the most game breaking thing in the world where it's gonna, you know what I mean? It's crazy to me. Next, we have Needleshot. Needleshot, obviously, you just select the Axe Biter and exhaust it. You know, you get a flash step before they get a block, so you use that during that flash step. Very simple. Thorn Prison, okay? Obviously, if they have 3 units on board, they're probably not going to exhaust their Axe Biter, but Thorn Prison is a way of doing that. Next, we have the Emerald Pincer. Exhaust. Now, obviously, Axe Biter, when he came out when he was the strongest, green wasn't out yet, obviously. But people are still saying things about Axe Biter like he's just some broken card that's just changing the meta completely. There is obviously an Axe Biter purple deck that does very well because it's consistent, it plays defense well, and it can turn the defense into aggro very quickly. So that's kind of my take on the whole situation. If you stuck around to the end, you'd probably be interested in like what's going on with my uploads and everything like that. So let's talk about that. I've been working like 6 days a week, working 10-hour days. So it's been kind of catching up to me. But at the same time, I need to get back into it. The giveaway is still happening. It's not like, oh, it disappeared, no giveaway. I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to just no giveaway do that to anybody. That's just messed up. Everyone's expecting it. So hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.